What's going on, guys? Making another update video. I made this a little while ago, but I guess it wouldn't upload because of some kind of storage issue that I had on my phone. Uploading to YouTube and whatnot. I don't know why it does that, but here we are, going ahead and making the video now. So I made the video talking about what I'm doing since I left Transwood. And I'm doing cryogenics now. I never even thought about getting into it. What it was, like I've seen them at random places. I don't know, I just never really thought about it, but I haul cryogenics now. So I do liquid oxygen, primarily liquid oxygen, liquid nitrogen, and argon, liquid argon. And I gotta honestly say, I fucking love it. This is, dare I say, probably the best trucking job I have ever had. I don't plan on ever leaving this place. It is awesome. They take real good care of me and the family. So much room for upward mobility, as in like doing different things in driving positions, moving into management, moving around the company. Like it is great. I could complain about the equipment at times, but I've gone and worked out of other terminals and seen their equipment, and I'm just like, ours is not that bad. But you know, drivers, sometimes I guess I'm just no different than some drivers. You're gonna always complain about equipment unless you're driving the most brand new of brand new things, and that's just not always gonna happen. But I mean, I'm not broken down on the side of the road. I'm able to make my deliveries safely. I don't have, I don't have products spraying everywhere and whatnot. So realistically, it's pretty decent. But I mean, I'm really happy. The pay is, yeah, pay is good. I'm in a day cab. I'm home every single day. So yeah, it is all around a great company. Due to their social media policy and whatnot, like I can't tell you guys. I think this is weird. Because they're just like, recruit for the company. I'm like, okay, cool. Especially since I've talked to some people, some drivers and whatnot, and I've talked to them about how the company is, and they offer us like a $7,000 like a recruitment bonus, right? $7,000. The money here, one, is so good, and two, the company is so good. I've talked to people, I've shown them the paychecks, I talked to them about how the culture is here, and with the work schedule, just my experiences so far. I'll talk to them, set them up on the application. I won't even give my name or my driver number. And I'll tell them to their face, I'm just like, I'm willing to help you get hired and help you through the process, and not even try to get a referral bonus off for you just because I think it's just that good. Some people might call that stupid. I will work with someone to get a referral bonus, but on the other end, I should say, I'm not. I feel like that's also very telling if a person is willing to walk away from a certain amount of money. One, that means they're probably already doing very well at the company. And two, I'm willing to stand behind what I'm saying. But yeah, so I'll talk about cryogenics, things like that in future videos. I'll show little bits and pieces of things here and there. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. This is an impromptu video. Yeah, so anyway, I was talking about recruitment. They want you to recruit, but they don't really want you to like say the company name. They don't want you to show too much of the company equipment. Like, it's just like, they want you to be hush hush, but they want you to somehow be hush hush, but also get people to trust you enough to leave their current job to come over to this company. And I'm just like, that's a very tough ask to recruit people, but also to be very secretive about it at the same time. Because it's just like, how do you get someone to trust you if you're not even willing to be open with them to a certain extent? Like, basically, you want me to recruit people that are good, but if I can't really show them the benefits, I'm basically just recruiting people at a pump, a gas station pump, or excuse me, should I say the truck stop fuel island pump, just hoping that they'll take my word for it. I'm just like, kind of have to meet me in the middle somewhere. But if they do apply and get hired, they'll be very fucking happy, very happy. So yeah, let's talk about my schedule. I'm in a day cab. I'm home every single day. I work Thursday through Monday. I'm on night shift. I fucking love it. They're very, as far as the way they do schedules and whatnot, very similar to Walmart. As a matter of fact, when I first started at Walmart, I was on the same schedule that I'm on now. Thursday through Monday. Thursday start, except Walmart was day shift. Here's night shift. But I prefer nights. I always have preferred nights. Just as less traffic on the road. Majority of the customers I go to, there's nobody there, or there's very minimal amount of people there, where it makes it very easy for me to access a tank, do my offload, and keep it pushing. You're not really driving ridiculously long distances. I think maybe at most in a week, I'm probably doing 1,500 miles. At most, I'm doing maybe 1,500 miles. Our longest run out of our yard that we do on a consistent basis is 331 miles round trip, there and back. Everything else is usually short. And that's what I'm saying, on a consistent basis, like something that you know multiple people are gonna get every single shift. That one run, 331 miles round trip. Outside of that, everything else is way shorter. Everything else is way shorter. Never more than maybe like 2 hours, 2.5 hours away from Augusta. So yeah, how the pay works, people love to ask about pay. So we get paid hourly and we get paid mileage. And they are definitely generous with their money. When I was going through the interview, I was sitting, I had a piece of paper and a pen, and they were talking about how mileage and how the pay worked and whatnot. And I was sitting there trying to calculate it, and I'm just like, so it sounds like the runs have basically a set pay to them, and they're just like yes but no. I'm just like, in my mind, I'm just like, how's that a yes but no kind of answer? I'm like, it's either yes or no, not yes but no. So I was sitting there, they were just like, it's kind of weird to explain, but once you start doing the job, and they're just like, it'll make more sense. So now that it makes more sense, I'm getting it. So basically how it is for one, they pay you hub miles. So that run, like I said, the longest run we have is 331 miles. That's if you take the shortest route to get there. Let's say I decide to go from Aiken, South Carolina to hit Atlanta and then go back up 85 and then go up to Gainesville that way and then come back down and do the same route in reverse. That's like 400 something odd miles. They don't question you on why'd you take the longer route. They're just gonna pay you 440 something odd miles worth of mileage pay, and that's the end of it. You'll never hear a word about it. Now, the other part about that is we get paid to load ourselves. So we load ourselves, we get paid for pre-tripping, post-tripping, and inter-trip inspection and fueling. We get paid to load ourselves, and obviously the time it takes to offload ourselves. Now they have a preset calculated amount of time, how long it should take to do each one of those. So basically, this is where the part that gets confusing. So if you look at it that way, yes, let's say if they say the run is gonna pay X, Y, Z, they're gonna look at how long it should take you to pre-trip, load yourself, do an inter-trip, fuel, and a post-trip, and the time it takes to offload and the mileage pay. That's like the base pay on it. So some of those things are subject to change. So let's say you get, and the good thing is it'll always change in the better for you. So let's say you go and take the longer route to get there, 440 miles, and everything else takes the exact same amount of time that they calculate it to take, right? You're gonna get paid 441 miles and all the accessory hourly pay that comes with doing all those other things that I mentioned. Now, typically that's kind of an overestimate. Once you're actually into the groove and flow of doing this job, it's not going to take you I think they pay you for like an hour and a half or something like that to load, and like an hour and 45 minutes or something to offload. I don't know, something like that. Once you're in the groove of it, you're not going to take that long. Like from the time I show up to the yard to the time, like keep in mind, show up to the yard in my personal vehicle to the time I am usually leaving the gate on my way out to do my run, usually about 50 minutes to an hour. I get paid for an hour and a half, but I'm doing it faster than what they are projecting. But you're still going to get paid for a full hour and a half, even though you're getting it done faster. So, like I said, that's the time it takes from the time I pull in through the gate in my personal car. You see what I'm saying? So that still doesn't include me having to get out the car, walk inside, print my paperwork, bullshit with the guys for a second, go to the truck, pre-trip, back into the stall, start the loading process. And then, yeah, so like 50 minutes to an hour, and they pay you for an hour and a half. And then let's say on the other end of that, so well, let me say where I'm at first, and then I'll go to the next part. So you're going to drive that 441 miles and get paid for all that accessory pay that you're supposed to get. That's why I'm saying it's sure you could say it's a set pay, but it's really not. Now, like I said, I do it faster. They're not going to cut your pay just because you're doing it faster. They're just going to pay you for however fast. They're just going to pay you for what they're projecting, even if it's faster than what they project. On the other side of that, let's say it takes you longer. You have something in the workflow of the tablet where, let's say you take 20 minutes longer. You can put in and say delay time 20 minutes and put a reason behind it, and they'll pay you the additional 20 minutes. So the routes have a set pay, but you're gonna always get paid more than what the set pay is. Like that was tripping me up in my mind when I was going going through the interview, because I was just like, sounds like a scam, because I'm just like, how do I know the other senior drivers are going to get all the good routes and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work that way. Not at all. And not to mention, people talk about freight's low in the economy. One, we move our own freight. The plants make their own product. And our customers, if you were to judge how the economy is and things in the trucking industry are based off of cryogenics, you'd be sorely mistaken. I am wide open. I mean, you're working. You are working. It's not hard work, like especially once you have a system down. It's not hard, but you're going to work. I've never come to work and they're just like, hey, we don't have a load. We can't even on a holiday. I've worked holidays, and they're just like, hey, freight might be low. A lot of customers are closed. And then I've come in, and then I end up having to use my 16-hour exception because they somehow found all this work. I'm just like, oh, okay. We get paid overtime too. We get paid for holidays. Yeah. So long and short, when I'm working local when I'm working just a regular work week, before overtime, I'm doing 18 to $2,000 a week. And then if I work overtime, like one day of overtime, a couple of hours, not even like a full shift, I'm looking at 21 to 2,300. Yeah. Then that's not even like doing long best routes. That's just coming in and just doing whatever they give you. Like if I have a week where they give me, like, I might do a Lynette, Alabama run, which is oxygen. I might run oxygen out to Alabama and come back. And then I might have Gold Creek like 3 nights of the week. And then I might have another run where I'm doing like 4 stops. That 5th night I'm doing like 4 stops. Like that's a hell of a week right there. Those numbers I just gave you, that's based off of just coming in and just doing whatever they give you. God, like if you have a good ass week like that, like you're going to see well into the 2000s. They have something called they have like team drivers that haul hydrogen and argon and all kind of stuff. They have sort driver programs where you can learn how to haul all the stuff that the company has to offer. And then they will like fly you out to, so let's say I'm working local in Aiken and I'm a sort driver. They'll say, hey, Texas needs help hauling CO2 out in the Baytown terminal. We'd be willing to go out there for like 3 weeks or so? Like, yeah, so they'll fly you out there, put you in a nice hotel, pay for your food, give you a company car to drive when you're off work, obviously. And then you just go to work, do your shift, get back in the company car, take your break. And they're not strict on 10-hour breaks. So it's not like you better do a strict 10 and be right back at work. If you're fucking tired and you're just like, hey, I'm kind of tired and you're supposed to start at like 6:30, like just give them a heads up. Hey, I'm probably gonna come in at 8:30. All right, cool, whatever. Like nobody cares, just as long as you get your shit done. On the back end of being that kind of person, I'm very big on doing your job and being responsible. Don't go and abuse a system like that and then be a shitbag. You have to pull your weight. If you're willing to pull your weight, you're not going to have an issue. But if you're going to be a shitbag and not pull your weight, yeah, you can't expect them to overlook you coming in late. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, you might help out in Texas for a couple weeks. You'll fly back home. You'll work your local side, and then they might say, hey, we need help running argon out in the Northeast in New Jersey. Can you help us out? And let's say you can't. Let's say you have something coming up with the family. You just gotta say no. And they'll be like, all right, cool. And then they'll just get someone else to do it because you're not the only sort driver in the company. So yeah, and I just did a sort driver assignment. I went out to Texas and I ran in a dedicated account that they have out there. The pay behind being sort driving, the money's good. You're gonna look at it and be like, no fucking way. This is like, hey, I think y'all messed up the paycheck. They're like, no, that's the kind of money you make sort driving. Like, imagine making owner operator level money as a company driver. Yeah, and that's weekly. That's weekly, and that's what it's like doing with all the incentive pays and whatnot that they have. Yeah. The company takes care of them, and they have 401k, great health insurance, all the big stuff that you look for if you are, trying to get yourself set up for retirement when you're done with working. I mean, they really take care of you. They're super family oriented. I really have no complaints. I am very happy here, and I don't see myself leaving. Excuse me, I don't see myself leaving. Dare I even say, if Cryogenics was way more outspoken and open, Walmart would be in trouble. I know everybody's always dick riding, go back to Walmart, blah, blah, blah. Walmart, I'm telling you right now, Walmart doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell against Cryogenic company. Not even close. I mean, they offer a lot of the same stuff that Walmart offered, but on the other side of that, you're home daily, and then they're willing to work with you a lot more. There's a reason that Cryogenics and cryogenic companies and drivers tend to be very quiet and gatekeep. And I'm definitely going to probably follow suit on it. Because this is the quiet, unspoken side of trucking, and it is good over here. Very good. But anyway, I will make another video later on. I'll show you guys the little bit of stuff that I can't show you. Probably a few shorts, make a few YouTube shorts here and there, showing y'all some stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm doing cryogenics now, and I'm very happy here. I don't see myself leaving.